Hi, I'm Tony. Today I'm working on my good friend Jujubee's new track called Mess For You using some of my favorite Soundtoys plugins. Let's talk about how I can use Decapitator to make Jujubee's vocal pop out of the mix a little bit more.
I remember a time when we were running, holding your hands, taking a chance, we were crazy, yeah.
So, right here I've got Decapitator loaded, and I basically just turned the drive up to 2.5 clicks and set the style to N. This is what it sounds like.
I remember a time when we were running.
I'm going to put the vocal back in the mix, and I'm going to bypass Decapitator and turn it on so we can hear what it's actually doing.
I remember a time when we were running, holding your hands, taking a chance, we were crazy, yeah. Wherever we go, perfect vibing.
Instantly, the vocal feels a lot more upfront, and this is because Decapitator is a great saturation plugin to enrich the harmonic content of the vocal. This helps control the dynamics a little bit, so you don't really need to compress the vocal in the stage if you're just saturating the vocal with Decapitator. Now, let's use Sie-Q to add some smooth, silky high end to the vocal. I love using Sie-Q so much. The high and the low knobs actually changes the shape of the shelving EQ as you turn it up or down. When you turn it up, it adds some frequency in the shape of a bell curve. And then when you turn it down, it actually acts as a low pass or high pass filter, depending on if you're using the low or high. And it kind of gently shapes the frequency a little bit.
I remember a time when we were running, holding your hands, taking a chance, we were crazy, yeah. Wherever we go, perfect vibing.
Check out how that high end of the vocal became so much brighter, and it just feels like the person is speaking in front of you. I love using it on the vocal, drums, pretty much anything. EchoBoy is an extremely versatile delay plugin that you can use on vocals, drums, and everything that comes to mind, and it sounds great. I have EchoBoy set up on 2 tracks here, one called EchoBoy Delay, and one is called EchoBoy Slap. On my slap delay, there is a 30-second note on the left side and 16th note on the right side. And my EchoBoy throw delay is just on a generic quarter note throw. You can see that they are mixed in 100% wet. This is important because otherwise the dry signal is going to bleed into EchoBoy, and we don't want that. Unless you have EchoBoy set directly on your vocal track, then a mix knob could be turned down to maybe 30% or something according to your liking, so you don't have to keep it 100% wet. So I'm going to use these on aux sends and then use these 2 buses right here to send my vocal over to EchoBoy.
I remember a time when we were running, holding your hands, taking a chance, we were crazy.
So right here, I have this little keyboard with these knobs that I can use Logic's MIDI Learn feature, essentially perform automation in real time. Here's my lead vocal. I am sending it to my EchoBoy throw using bus 6. So I'm going to click on this send, Command Learn, and I'm going to simply move my knob. There you go. All I have to do now is make sure that for my lead vocal automation, it's set to latch, which now will record that particular movement. Let's just roll it and let me play it.
I remember a time when we were running, holding your hands, taking a chance, we were crazy, yeah. Wherever we go, perfect vibing.
Now, change the automation from latch back to read, and that is recorded onto the automation lane, and we can just play back and edit as we want.
I remember a time when we were running, holding your hands, taking a chance, we were crazy, yeah. Wherever we go, perfect vibing.
It's a little bit too loud there. Using just a little knob on my MIDI keyboard to automate the entire song. Isn't that great? I say actually a lot, don't I?
It's a Gen Z thing.
Little Play is a great plate reverb based on the legendary EMT-140, but modded by Soundtoys with a unique flavor twist. Let's check out Little Play's user interface. It's very simple. There's only decay, mix, low cut, and mod. I have the decay at a 4-second setting with my mix turned all the way to the wet, as well as no low-end roll-off. A simple trick to help the vocal to stay far from the reverb in order to keep it clean and upfront is to actually add EchoBoy before Little Play. I have EchoBoy set 100% wet and it is timed to my tempo, which is at 95, but on a 30 seconds note. So this way, the vocal is going to go to the reverb, but delayed by 30 seconds note. We can help the vocal not overlapping the reverb, keeping it upfront and intimate. So, having EchoBoy and Little Play set on an aux track sent through a bus on the lead vocal, here's what it sounds like.
I remember a time when we were running, holding your hands, taking a chance, we were crazy, yeah. Wherever we go, perfect vibing.
I love using my 4 seconds decay. It really helps the vocal feel like it's in a space, but it's also short enough where it doesn't bleed into the next phrase.
I remember a time when we were running, holding your hands, taking a chance, we were crazy, yeah. Wherever we go, perfect vibing.
Let's bring the reverb in.
I remember a time when we were running, holding your hands, taking a chance, we were crazy, yeah. Wherever we go, perfect vibing.
And that's the power of Little Play. MicroShift is based off of 3 classic stereo widening algorithms, and it sounds exquisite on your vocals. I'm good at this. Okay, lead doubles. Here's what the track sounds like with just the lead vocal and a mono double vocal.
Wherever we go, perfect vibing.
Now let's turn MicroShift on.
Wherever we go, perfect vibing.
MicroShift is a quick, easy way to stereolize your background vocal if you only recorded the double once. Here's how we can use the mix knob on MicroShift to stereo widen your vocal in a very subtle way. I have the mix turned to 30% by clicking on the mix title to reveal the number. I can see that for focus, I'm going to dial up the value to about 2200, 2300 is good. And we're using style 1, and I'm going to detune it about 100%. That's going to help the widening to feel a little bit thicker. And now on delay, let's dial in by 80% is good.
Wherever we go, perfect vibing. Wherever we go, perfect vibing.
The vocal instantly have this subtle thickness around it, almost feels like a halo around the vocal. Let's put it in the mix and see what that feels like.
Wherever we go, perfect vibing. Wherever we go, perfect vibing.
Isn't that the best you've ever heard?